Hey guys, me and Dave. It's 6/5/2020. It is 10:45 p.m. Central Time. So there's not a whole lot going on, but I did get hit quite a bit today. A lot of remote neural monitoring, a lot of I don't know what you want to call it. A lot of I don't know if you want to call it urges, but I think they were heterodyning me quite a bit today, e.g. cloning, and trying to get me to do things or trying to get me to think about certain things quite a bit today, all day today. It was kind of miserable all day today, but I still got out. I got out a few times today. I took Tanner to the park twice, and then our cable was out, or our internet was out, and stuff. Which I have Sling.com for cable TV, so that's internet based. So our internet was out, so our TV was out, and all this stuff, So it was like I got to get out of here and go for a ride or something. So I went for a ride by myself actually for about 45 minutes, and then I came home and made supper and fed dogs and all that stuff. Even though I was driving and all this stuff, they were still hitting me. They had a lot of perps out today. Like I say, they like to use those panic buttons on the cars. So I would drive by a gas station, and they would see me coming, and they would hit their panic button. So it's bam, 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 beeping like that. That happened quite a few times today. That they love to do that stuff. Why do they do it? It could be for verification, or it could be to just plain old harass you when you're out in public. There's several reasons. There's a lot of reasons why they do this stuff. They want to keep you harassed, a lot, all the time, and they want to keep those stress levels up. So if you're taking a ride and you're trying to enjoy yourself and just looking at the scenery and stuff like that, they will have people honking or hitting their panic button or yelling something. If your windows are open, they'll be yelling something at you. They will do all kinds of things to ruin that moment, and get your stress levels high. They want you stressed out all the time. They want you on the edge all the time. Part of the program. They want you stressed out all the time. So they have all these distractions to get you stressed out. It's part of the game. When you're out in public, they do all kinds of things to get you stressed out and get your emotions running. What does it do? Does it get reactions out of you? Probably. Maybe it gets those spikes up. If they're measuring spikes, brainwave spikes, gets those spikes up, so, they do all kinds of things to get you stressed out, all the time. So it's like that all the time, whenever you're, if you're sitting around relaxing, they will do something to stress you out. Somebody might go outside and bang. Somebody may, come around that you don't like. They will do all kinds of things to get these emotions running. Not all these emotions are yours. They will put artificial emotions in you. So if you're not stressed out, they will put the feeling in you. they can make you feel very oh, I can't even think of the word. I can't think. They're blocking. They're blocking my thinking right now. Anxiety. They can put anxiety in you. Artificial to make you feel extreme anxiety. You know, they will artificially put all these feelings in you. It's not you feeling it, but they will put these feelings into you. Where you're feeling anxiety, stressed out. You'll feel, I don't want to say scared, but you'll feel agitated. You know, they will do all kinds of things, all kinds of, there's tons of feelings they can put into you. It's not your feelings, it's them, and they're getting a reaction out of you. And, like I say, I don't know if they're looking at the spikes they're getting or what, but, it's, they're getting reactions out of you either way, part of the program. So, anyway, I went for a couple rides today, took Tanner to the park a couple times and all this stuff, and we were trying to stay out of the house because we didn't have any TV or anything, so we were out and about today quite a bit. If you say you're gonna go for a ride and all this stuff, make a loop around town or whatever, they'll have the perps out there. They'll be honking, doing their panic buttons. They'll be yelling something at you. Sometimes they'll have pretty girls out there to grab your attention. They'll have thugs out there. They look like hardcore criminals, to grab your attention. This happened last year. I was going down the street on the main road, and they had some guy. He was tattooed, from his face. His whole body was tattooed, and he said something to me when I was at the stoplight. I don't know what he said, but, he was provoking me, and they wanted me to be scared of this guy because he was tattooed head to toe, and all this stuff. They will use all kinds of people and stuff to get reactions out of you. I suppose it's to get those spikes up, They want to get those spikes up to measure. So, I don't know. It's been, it hasn't been that bad of a day, but I did get hit quite a bit. A lot of remote monitoring and stuff. All kinds of images in my head. Like I say, if you see a girl walking down the street, they will capture that girl and they'll keep on injecting it into your mind, every 20-30 seconds, injecting it into your mind. And I was thinking about this today. I'm thinking, they do some perverted things, and like I said before, I think they have some people involved in our programs that aren't very nice people. All right, that may be heterodynous. Maybe they have these people heterodynous that aren't very nice people. If you know what I'm saying. Real targets, I think you know what I'm saying. They have some very bad people that they use. That they put their feelings onto yours. There's been times where, I swear to God, they were heterodyning me with a drug addict. And he was putting his feelings onto mine. I almost felt, this is no joke, I almost felt this guy shooting drugs into his arm. I almost felt that. They can put the feelings onto you. So you may have doctors and behavioral specialists and all this stuff, neuroscientists involved, but I think they use these scumbags to do the dirty work, you know, mind of a criminal, you know, criminal minds, you know. And like I said before, they put this guy's feelings onto me. I almost felt the guy shooting drugs in his arm, you know, no joke. You know, so they will use very, very, very bad people to do like heterodyning and EEG cloning and stuff like that. You know, very evil people. They use a lot of evil people out there, you guys, to do that stuff to real targets that have been in mind control programs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I thought I would talk about that a little bit. They were doing that kind of stuff to me today quite a bit. You know, I still tried to go out there and enjoy myself, go for rides, take Tanner to the park and all this stuff. I'm excited to go camping on Wednesday, which means Tuesday, come Tuesday, they're not going to let me sleep. These a-holes are not going to let me sleep at all on Tuesday, just because I'm going camping on Wednesday. So they're going to keep me sleep deprived on Tuesday. And then they're going to hit me up until I go camping. You know, and camping's 45 minutes away, and then they might lay off of me a little bit for a couple days. And they'll have people there to verify their technology and stuff. I can go on and on and on. You know, I'm going to kind of cut that off there. But, you know, they do all kinds of things to us. If you're a real trauma-based mind control victim, you know what I'm saying. They do all kinds of things to us to get reactions and harass. You know, if these guys had it their way, you wouldn't be leaving the house. You would be stuck in the house 24/7. They would be harassing you 24/7. They'd be remote neural monitoring you 24/7, or remote neural manipulation 24/7. You know, to be honest, I think they hate us having freedom. You know, I mean, we're free to go out, go to the store, go for rides, go for bike rides, all this stuff, go camping and all this stuff. They hate that. They hate that. They hate it when we go on the computer. You know, everything, you know, because all this what do you want to call it? All this activity dampens their signal. So if we're going for a ride, or we're barbecuing, or we're at the beach, or whatever, it dampens their signal because we are doing other things. We're distracting ourselves in doing other things. You know, so it's they hate that. They hate us having freedom. You know, I was gonna mention something else too. I don't know if you guys have done research into like MK Ultra and the LSD experiments and stuff like that. You know, some people that they experimented on didn't know they were being experimented on. All right. Okay, but some did know. They experimented on some prisoners that knew what was going on, all right? And they gave them early release from prison, okay? You know, I hate to bring this up because it has to do with drugs, but they experimented on people, heroin addicts, all right? You know, they would put their body through extreme torture to see how much the body could take of torture and stuff like that. You know, they would reward those people with heroin, So they would experiment on them, torture the hell out of them or whatever, and then they would give them heroin to reward them. So some of these people have been rewarded. I mean, the drug thing is a bad example. I mean, that's just gross. Um, but what the point I'm trying to get at is that they're torturing us 24/7. They want us harassed 24/7. We don't get any rewards. They don't reward us for the torture that they're doing. They don't. You might get a day off. After being tortured hard, you might get a day off, and then they'll torture you again. It's I'm just saying we don't get any rewards for being tortured 24/7, 365. You know, um, I was just comparing the two. It's unreal, actually. You know, they they want to torture us all the time. They would love to torture us 24/7. When I was in the treatment center, I didn't get one day off for 3 months, and I was being tortured for 14 hours a day. Not one day off. I didn't get one day off. And then finally, they let me go a few days earlier than I was supposed to get out. And they're like, okay, enough's enough. Let them out.